All right. Sorry about that. I hope you guys have some ice cold drinks, frozen snacks, ready to sweat on a really nice Saturday, if it wasn't for the smoke and the heat. And hopefully you guys can hear and see. I'm getting an ad on my videos. I'm like, is it working? Oh, another ad. Why? These are so long. I don't know why. And I think there's just me. Okay. Just gonna be painting some swatches in the meantime. And talking to myself. I hate when it's this hot. I feel like everything itches. I use my magnetic half pans in this palette and they are not kidding with the strength of the magnets, truly. I'm gonna have to do something. Otherwise I'm gonna go mad. But I'm gonna just put on a scarf on my head because of hair. Already so much better. All right. Better, better, better. Oh, there's a bit, there's a few people coming in. Hi, hi, hi. Hopefully everything works. The audio, the video, the chat. Starting to worry a bit that's the thing though when painting anything, is that you can't really just stop whenever you want. You have to wait until you're done with the wash, the whatever area you're painting, before you can sort of get up and check on things. Oh, it's working. Okay. Whew. Josephine, hi. Hello. Let me know if you can hear and see. Pretty please. Ginger! Hey, long time no see, Missy. It's fine, it's fine. I don't know about you guys, but we're getting a lot of smoke out here, so the air quality is a bit poopy aujourd'hui. Today. Whoops. Audio video good. Oh, awesome, awesome. Yay. Okay, good. Good. But yeah, the air quality today is really sub, and it kind of feels like bad allergies all day long. And it's mostly because of the fires west of us. I'm really loving your tale of the vintage sewing machine, Ginger. I'm supposed to be unpacking, but I'm getting a mandatory. Oh yeah, by all means. Yeah, we're getting the very same smoke here. It's not great, is it? I mean, at least the fires are not here for now, I guess. But oh man, the smoke. Definitely not good for people with asthma. Yeah, pretty much. I'm swatching some handmade paints from Nordic Craft. So I did like this little chart here. They're handmade paints, so I wanted to make bigger swatches, and I'm gonna be making a video about these, but yeah, I'm always a bit nervous when I swatch out handmade paints on like cheap cellulose paper for my reference, like these reference charts that I do for all my paints. I really like them because I can just grab this, look at it, and have in one place I have like all the swatches, so I can really easily spot colors, identify colors, all of that. But they don't necessarily make for the best swatch when it comes to showcasing the paints themselves. So I'm also doing big swatches. These are on arch paper. Yeah, indie paints. They're on Etsy, and they also have their own website. Hold on, let me see if I have their paperwork, like the wrappers and stuff, so I can show you. Of course. You can put everything, of course. Right, so Nordic Craft Studio. Yeah, like the packaging, you have all the paint info, everything is really nice and professional. So it's nordiccraftstudio.com or nordiccraftstudio.etsy.com, and they're really nice. Oh, perhaps I don't know if it will oh, I haven't adjusted focus though. Oops. I don't know if I can be clever for a second. Hold on. don't know if it would work to scan the QR code from the live stream, but I'm just gonna leave it there for a second and then I'm gonna remove it and go readjust the focus again. Just in case it works. But yeah, they mostly have like single pigment paints. So that's like a lot of earth hues, but also a lot of really nice, like really cool cobalt green and then violet. And then this one is really like different. They have two mixes as far as I know, Hugin and Munin. And then there's like 3-4 shimmery colors. But everything else is like mostly single pigment, and like the color of the pigment is the color of the paint. You know what I mean? I didn't run into any issues with the paints. There's a few colors, like a few dots that were a bit harder to re-wet, but I poked them a little bit and I let them sit for longer and they re-wet just fine. There's only one color that's giving me a bit of a pain in the ass a bit, but there's only one. And I know it can happen with handmade paints. Like, that's not something that I'm that's unexpected, if I can say that. They are really quite nice, and they are really generous dots. And I'm really hoping I can feature like them in a video, but I always like reserve the right. Let's hypothetically, okay, full disclaimer, it is not the case with these paints here, but let's just say like one day I get, or someone sends me a set of paint or paints that are, not great. Well, I wouldn't want to make a video about them necessarily. But for these, I personally think they're really lovely, so I am looking forward to featuring them in a video. So yeah, this next one, that's the one that gave me a bit of a hard time, because I think it was a really interesting green, like when it's fresh and they paint from it fresh, but it refuses to re-wet in any kind of significant fashion. Like, the best I have been able to do is to get this really light green, really light green color. So that's something that I'm gonna write to them about and be like, oh, is this a known issue? Or I might check, perhaps the color is supposed to be this light, perhaps I just don't remember, but I feel like it was a bit more. Oh, I'm stuck in autofocus. Why? I shouldn't be. Why are you focusing so much? No, don't. Okay, this should not like autofocus. Sorry about that. So yeah, it's it's a beautiful light green. I think it's a pretty color, but I'm not sure that was the color it's supposed to be. So there's that. But it really refuses to re-wet properly. I let it sit overnight in water. I scraped the top a little bit. I did all the things I know about to help revive a difficult paint, and it hasn't really worked. So I'll see. First thing I will do, like I said, will be to compare with the listing photos, like the color, what the color is sold as, basically. And then I'll see what I do. If there's a big discrepancy, I'll email them, ask about it. This is chrome oxide green. This color is like the opposite of a problem color. I feel like it's always like a super nice natural green. It's always super easy to re-wet. A really intense color payoff. Texture if you're lucky. Like this one, you can tell it has sat in water all night because it is soft. Like I can push the paint around. It's completely re-wet in my pan. But the other green refuses to do anything. It does look like a great light green if that was the intent. The troublemaker is named Zinc Green. I think it's the first time I've seen this pigment offered like as a handmade paint, and that might be why. It might be one of those pain in the butt kind of pigment. But this chrome oxide green, I am thrilled because I have it also as a full, not a full pan. I have a full half pan is what I meant to say. No, I can't really see my whole palette here, but so I have a lot of the very generous dots in pans, and then I also have 9 half pans here. 2 blues, green, red, 2 yellows, and then Hugin Minin and a brown, I think. I had to get the paints that are, you know, named Hugin and Minin because that's the name of Odin's ravens. Odin has 2 ravens, Hugin and Minin. I don't know how you say it, I just say it like that, but this one is PG8 Nitroso Green. It's a really fun color and a bit of a letdown that it's going out of production in general. So we're going to see less and less paints featuring it. Even if it's not the most light fast of pigment, it's still such a nice transparent deep dark green that it's a bit of a bummer to see it go away. It's not everyone that needs the the most light fast pigment. If you do a lot of work that will be reproduced, like for books, for advertising and all of that, you don't necessarily need a color to be light fast. You just need to be like pretty enough and to be scannable. Unlike say something like opera pink, you can't scan the neon colors, they just don't scan, they turn out gray. But for any color that is extra vibrant but not light fast, it usually scans just fine. So it's a bummer to not have access to this green. Oh, so zinc green is PG16 and the swatch makes it almost look like a PG8. Oh boy. A little lighter than a PG8 Mastone. Definitely not a pastel. Okay, so I'm gonna have to I'm gonna message them about it. Perhaps they have a trick, perhaps they have a way to I love the PG8 so much. This one or in general. Though I gotta say, this one is A+++++. It is really pretty. Did you stash up on PG8 Jinja? Did you get like a bunch of it from Wait, who has it at this point? It's either Rosa. I don't think anyone stocks White Knights in North America anymore. And perhaps some indie makers like Nordic Craft. Potato Pirate, hello! I love PG8. Hey everyone, hey! Hello! How's the potatoing and the pirating? This one is also really fun. It is a cobalt green color. You know that deep muted bluish green cobalt color that has a lot of texture. That is always super fun. This one is particularly kind of gray, I would say. But it is really fun. It is really nice, dark, muted, like blue-green, that usually has a lot of granulation too. You can tell that my paint is really softened because I just dug up a a good brushful of full mastone paint. Hopefully I managed to make it not look too clumpy or uneven. Amy, hi. Sorry. I'm General PG8, but that one looks fantabulous too. Also, I have some from Utrecht and some from Rosa. Yes. Okay. The greens are really nice, except for that one. I mean, mind you, the pastel green you can sort of get out of it is still pretty. So I would count it as a pretty green. But the other greens that are like more like their swatch, they're really, really nice. Like, I'm just gonna put them all together on screen. So it's basically those three. It's a really nice assortment of greens. Now it's still named a green, but it's more of a teal color. It is cobalt teal, this next one. The cobalt turquoise, which is just after this one, is out of this world. It is so nice. It is incredible. I'm so excited to swatch it on a bigger swatch, because I was blown away. It is so pretty. Moody as heck, and I'm here for it. Yeah, that's what I like of you know, the kind of single pigment artisan paint. Often they're more like the moody muted colors that are, you know, a bit easier to work with on a small scale. All of the organic pigments like quinacridone, phthalo, all of that, azos, they're a bit of a pain in the ass to work on as a very small operation, because they require a lot of work. They're very temperamental when you work with them. And in that aspect, the inorganic pigments like the iron oxides, all the metal-based ones, they're much easier to work with. So that's why you see a lot of these in handmade paints. And I'm okay with it, because you get such nice, like, texture, or like Potter's Pink. The best Potter's Pink you can get is a handmade one. I've tried quite a few handmade Potter's Pink, and they've always been so much better than a commercially made one. So that's the cobalt green teal, which is very pretty. And now the turquoise, which is amazing. I'm so excited to swatch it. Ah, it's such a pretty color. I wish I had gotten a full half pan of it. Maybe I will in the future. Ooh, sorry, that's not a spider, that's cat hair. Lovely. Stuck in the masking fluid. Sorry about that. I don't think I've seen a PG-26 that teal bluish. It's really nice, isn't it? Why do I think the moody colors? I think it's what I just explained. It's that they are colors that are nicer to work with, all the inorganic ones. They might be more like often they have safety hazards, like you gotta be extra careful not to breathe them in when you work with the powder and all of that. But in terms of making paint, they're much easier to work with. So instead of spending like hours and hours and hours trying to get a phthalo color to, oh, that's not what I wanted to do, damn it. Instead of getting a phthalo color to cooperate, well, you could, you know, make 3 burnt sienna, burnt umber, and like a yellow ochre in the time it took you to do the phthalo. Oh, sorry, why do you think things like Potter's Pink are best indie made? I think that being indie made, they are not mold as intensely, so they often have a better granulation, and I feel like the pigment load is also better. Perhaps being able to sort of really adjust the formula for each color that you make as an indie paint maker, that might be what works in favor of Potter's Pink. Look at this color. Look at it. Oh, I hope the camera like showcases it well, because it is so pretty. It is insanely pretty. It's a PG-50 cobalt turquoise, so oh my gosh, look at that. It's so nice. Okay. Then I have cobalt cerulean. Good point, Stephen. At first, I fully expected Potter's Pink to be a difficult pigment to work with, because the experience I have had with it from commercial brands. Like, it always made for a very binder heavy paint that dries really hard and is artery wet and all of that. And when I started working with it, I was like, how? This one is super easy to mold. It's super well behaved. You don't need to like readjust the binder endlessly, so it stays on the paper. And as a result of that, also since you kind of want the granulation, you don't mull it forever either. You want to keep some of that texture, so all of that makes for a color that is really well suited to being handmade rather than commercially made. It's a really nice PG-50. I can't think of another brand with that. Yeah, the color is extra strong. It is really good. I agree. Like the cobalt turquoise is stunning. Absolutely stunning. It is really, really strong. It is super easy to re-wet as well. That one didn't give me any issues whatsoever. And yeah, it's magic. Now I'm gonna be doing cobalt blue. I'm really happy with their cobalt blue. It is always a subtle difference between cobalt blue and ultramarine blue, but at least in this case there is a difference. So I really appreciate that. Like sometimes you get paint ranges that have both, and they are really similar in hue, and I always feel it's a bit of a waste of space. Now, I would love to see these guys make a Potter's Pink, to be honest. Apologies for big truck. The summer is summering. Nordic Craft Studio. Yep. The Viking Nordic pigment. I haven't heard a lot about these paint makers. I think it's perhaps because of, this trend of the separating, granulating, funky colors, and they kind of don't make that at all. They have more like single pigment paints. But yeah, I really quite like their, Nordic Viking theme and the colors and the presentation. Really nice presentation. I was looking on Etsy for handmade paints after talking with my friend Elodie. She came over this week and we had a really fun chat as always about all sorts of indie paints, and she brought some that I could swatch and I took some out that she could swatch and all of that, and we always chat about this. But then I always kind of want to look at more handmade paints, so I went on Etsy to look at the paints and lament the fact that they all cost an arm and a leg to ship to Canada, but different story. But yeah, and I was a bit bummed to see that a lot of people make handmade paints that look great. The paint is not the issue, it's the presentation of the listing on Etsy. And I was a bit like, oh my gosh, guys, please try harder, just a little bit, like the better lighting maybe, or a little bit of photo editing, or perhaps a photo that's not blurry or something. Please. I know it's minor, but I was trying to look at all the pretty colors, and there's photos that don't really let you see the pretty color well, and I was just like, I want to see the color. Oh, fix this, please. But yeah, there's a lot of really pretty colors available on Etsy from indie paint makers, and some of them are not on Etsy either. Some of them have their own website, like Hungry for Paints or Hungry for Paint. I never remember. Hey, Lyra! Hello. So I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there's a little difference between the cobalt and the ultramarine. The ultramarine seems to be a bit redder. Cobalt is a bit less red and a little bit less textured. Oh, another thing about this cobalt turquoise, it basically doesn't really have any kind of drying shift. Like the cerulean, the cobalt cerulean is really pretty, but it has a bit of a drying shift. But the cobalt turquoise is, I don't think it has one. just so pretty. I still have a few and I don't have a lot of space left though. So what have you guys been up to this week? I hope you guys had a great week. For us here, it was nice because the weather finally cooled down just a little bit. And it was really nice for a few days. Now it's getting hot again, so that's annoying, but otherwise, really lovely. Nothing particularly major to report. I keep up with the news, but we try not to talk about the news too much on here because it is a bit weird / depressing / not the point. The point being paint, art, cats, food, that kind of stuff. The scrappy starter photos, I feel like are always a good sign though. Like my art supply shop had an HTML website straight from mid-2000. But it's not the same thing either, kind of. Like, there's a little difference between building up a website from the ground up versus using a platform that's already all, like, all set up. Like, I think that way about local restaurants on DoorDash, and, like, the photos make the food look like something my cat threw up. Hire a photographer. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. Oof. Or sometimes they use like photos, and like if you've ordered the meal and you go back the next time and you look at the menu and you're like, oh wait, I ordered that last time and it absolutely did not look like that. So either they use some sort of stock photo or it's outdated too. I have a local sushi place that I really like their sushi. Their sushi is really good. But the photos they had in the shop, they were absolutely stock photos. Like, hey, you don't sell that combo of ingredients in a sushi, so that can't be yours. Small businesses need better marketing, but it's understandable since they may be only... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I understand it, but at the same time, I'm always like, oh my gosh, you're selling like a paint. You gotta find a way to take photos that showcase the paint better, you know? Okay, that's fair. But if they have bad photos and a bad site, but they're still around, it must actually be, it must be actually spectacular. Yep. Sorry. Apologies. Paulo! Hey, Mr. Paulo. How are you today? Feeling crook, so I'm in bed. Watching for bed. Aw. I hope you feel better soon. Rainy week. Oh. I don't mind the rain that much. I kind of like the rain. The thing that bothers me when it rains is that, like, the humidity also comes with it, because of course it's raining, but it's a bit difficult to live indoors when it's like 95% humidity indoors. Yeah, that PV14 is really nice. It's like 100% texture, no undertone, just purple texture. Let's go. That one will be super fun to try in mixes. Can you imagine with the yellows? Oh, that's gonna be really cool. Controversial opinion, sushi is overrated. Why do you think it's overrated? Excuse me, does your menu photo says Getty? That's the chef's name. It's a dude named Getty Images. We really like doing business with him because he has pretty photos. Hey, ladies, hi. I feel like I've seen your name before, but it's been a while. Doing okay, and it's hot, so I'm fine. Oh, how I wish I could like take all the heat and send it to Paulo in a parcel, like here, in case you run out, you know, or something. Oh, not built for these temperatures. I'm 100% alive because of modern science. Well, modern science from the 80s, so yeah, but still, now that I'm here, I can tell that the heat, not for me. Really not built to uh, handle it well. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Okay, I got distracted. I love that last purple. Every PV14 I can think of was pinkish. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of more of a bit of a pinkish lilac kind of color. Like it's always usually fairly light, but this one is more muted. It is much more like violet, and it is really like it's a strong color. It's not a light kind of color, if that makes any sense. Like it's not weak in a way. It has been a while, but my offer to come to Utrecht and magnet fish a bicycle on it. Oh, I would do that. I would so do that. You probably need a hefty magnet. Like I know you have there is like really big magnet for magnet fishing, but at the same time a bicycle is kind of hefty. We are getting better though here. Over the last couple of years, I'm running out of space. Some of these have got to be dry, right? Yeah, over the last few years, they've been building up the cycling infrastructure around here. So that's nice. That's good. That's not, you know, Amsterdam levels, but it's still so much better than it was before. At least now there's a sort of a network of bike lanes that connect. And it's just so nice. It is so nice. Same when it comes to the heat. I don't sweat enough to... Oh, I sweat enough, but it's still... Like, it's too humid, so either the sweat is not really helpful, or everything feels gross, and then if I try to go outside in the sun, it cooks me, and if I put sunscreen, I wanna... It's so icky. Why is sunscreen so icky? It looked close to the PV62 cobalt violet hue. Oh, that's true, which makes me wonder if back in the day the deeper violet was a more common hue. PV62, that's the strontium one from Roman Schmal, right? It's really pretty. Hey, Lise, hi. Hi from Denmark. Going to pick my... Oh, I hope you'll have a great time with your granddaughter. That sounds really fun. I can't bear the heat either. I'm always the one weirdo wishing for winter. When I was younger, it was opposite. Hormones are ridiculous. As my boyfriend likes to say, paint is no infrastructure. Wait, what do you mean? Yeah, winter here is quite something. And while we are sort of set up to handle it decently, there's still a good part of the winter where people have reactions like it's the first time it has ever snowed, and I'm like, what, guys? it has always snowed here, so can we sort of get on with it? Ha 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 ha. But yeah, even then the winters are changing. Like, we used to get a whole lot more snow in general, and it used to be a bit colder in general as well. And now sometimes it's downright just slushy. Like, it's so wet. Everything is wet, and I'm like, yeah. I don't like it. At least in the winter, you usually heat up the homes, so these are not humid. Like, it's actually dry inside, which is nice. And you know, it's great when you paint with a water-based paint because it dries in a timely fashion in the winter, which is not something that I can say for the summer. Summer is always a bit of a gamble. Like, oh, I'm gonna put masking fluid. Is it gonna be dry today, tomorrow? But yeah, how cool is this color? PV35. It's kind of like a super badass dioxazine violet in a way, because it is so dark in a mass tone, and then so nice and purpley. Sunscreen gives me a headache. Doesn't matter. Ooh, oh yikes. I don't know if having like a, oh, I think it is also a neurodivergent issue. The you know, when sensations are off, like the feeling of things. Sunscreen, I mean, it does it with any kind of moisturizer too. Like, it's not just sunscreen, but the moment I put something on my skin, I kind of want to rip it off. It's not great. Well, the Germans like their cars too much. All the cyclists get our rain paint. Oh, I mean, we get a lot of paint here too, but in a lot of the bike lanes are just, you know, the bicycle sort of logo they have just spray painted on the street, and that's your bike lane. But the infrastructure they're kind of building, they still paint it on the ground, but they put some little like poles to separate it. It's not like full infrastructure, it's like part of it. I miss ye old Bostonian winter. Lately our snow weather has been, yeah, it's more like slushy. Depends on the winter, of course, but yeah, you kind of benefit more from having a pair of rain boots than a pair of snow boots, which is weird. Painting a small space on the road is not infrastructure. I mean, you gotta tell that to the city people. And those stripes getting ignored by cars, yeah. Wood and gray. Most cars here park. Oh my gosh. What pigment is Agalo's dioxazine? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it is. I think there's someone else. I think doesn't Roman Schmal have a PV35 too? Here sometimes the bike lanes are so narrow they have to interrupt the line to fit the bike icon. Oh my gosh, it's bike lanes, it's not rocket science. It shouldn't be this hard. Oh, sensory issues. Yeah, that's it. I can feel it and smell it on my face. I can feel it. Yep. And I feel like my skin is melting when I put it on. I feel like it never dry. Anyway, ugh. I'm giving myself the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. The eternal struggle of putting stuff on my skin. Alright, one of the two like custom mix color that they offer. This is Hugin. It is PBR7 and PB29. So you mean it is Jane's gray? Mm. I think I figured out why I'm so mad at these kind of colors from Daniel Smith. And it's because they come from Daniel Smith. Because you have other brands, like Da Vinci also has like, they have Denise's colors, they have, like there's Joyce Mother Green and Joyce Mother Violet and all sorts of funky colors. But with Da Vinci, it feels less like a cash grab than it does with Daniel Smith. I feel like Daniel Smith makes the artist custom mixes to sell paints, not to not because they love paint. Does that make sense? Pro tip: if you never leave the house, you never need sunblock. Hey, amen to that. Though I do kind of have to go out sometimes, and like they say that the sun is good for like vitamins and whatnot, but I asked my doctor about it. Like, it's the sun is supposed to help you synthesize vitamin D through the skin. So, like you kind of have to go bake a little bit to get that naturally. And I was asking my doctor. I was like, "Well, you can see me. I have the Fitzpatrick one skin that just cooks instantly. So what do I put sunscreen on or whatnot?" And he was like, "Well, the thing is, to get that vitamin that you need, you can go outside with nothing for like 10 minutes. If you put on sunscreen, you'll have to go outside for like an hour." And I was like, "Oh, fudge." So yes, usually when I go outside, I try to time it so it's early in the morning or late in the day, so that the sun is not at full strength. And so far, that's been my sort of compromise. Because I really have tried all sorts of sunscreen and they all feel awful. And oh man, the ones that are more like natural with zinc white in it, it feels like wearing like a diaper rash cream. It's like I'm covered in it, and it makes me literally HDR in the sun. Like I'm already very pale, so add a layer of zinc white on all of that and I'm kind of glowy. It's so bad. It's so bad. I got a very delicious cheesecake. Oh, dude. I'm not a cheesecake girly, but I can easily sub it with regular cake in my head, and that sounds awesome. I'm kind of bummed that the trend of cupcakes is out. Because I mean, I kind of like being able to go to the grocery store and get just the one mini cake just for like one person. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy, like a yellow cake, like vanilla cake with chocolate buttercream. Like basic stuff. But yeah, ever since cupcakes have gone out of fashion, it's a bit more difficult to find them. Or they always have like funky flavors. I'm like, I want the most basic chocolate cake possible. Please. And I don't want to make a full cake all for myself. I also don't want to bake it in the summer because it's hot. It's way too hot. Alright, so let's take a look at these two together though. They're not dry yet, but they're the same pigments. But you can tell that one is more blue and the other is more brown, which I think is really fun. Found a pigment from Agalos that accessing the PV37. Oh, interesting. It's working for me. Helps if you keep graveyard hours too. I need to get out on Monday again. I forgot my yarn. Oops! Oh no. I work remotely and have fully embraced being a weirdo that never leaves my house. It works for me wonderfully. His boo, another reason to hate sunscreen. I go swimming. Oh, where do you swim? In a pool or? That's because diaper rash cream also has a lot of zinc in it. Well, I mean, that certainly explains it. I lost my paper white skin on the arm. I don't wear makeup, but you know, when you look at makeup and you're like, oh, it doesn't go as pale as I need it to. Ages ago when I was trying to get into putting on makeup, and it never worked, I think because of sensory issues, truly. But yeah, I went to a MAC cosmetic stores, and they have like a whole range of items that are more for professional makeup artists. So it's about making custom mixes and like really pushing the craft of makeup, like what you can do with the makeup further. And for that they sell a just white, it's like foundation, but it's completely white foundation. And I remember back then I had to buy a bottle of white and then a bottle of the lightest color with a yellow undertone. And I had to mix that. I didn't do it for long, as you can probably figure out, but I was like, oh my gosh. I ride my bike to and from work most days, so I get... Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good. I managed to get my legs from Dayglow White to Off-White. I love how we are a good bunch of pasty white people in here. Sorry. Potato Pirate. These are the names I've always gotten in foundations. Alabaster, porcelain. Just call it corpse already. Would you say corpse is the cool undertone or the warm undertone? When you have to get the one that's called liquid paper, you know it's bad. Sorry. Why are you purchasing this bucket of liquid paper? Oh, shut up, okay? Sorry. I'm borderline glow in the dark. And yeah. Hey, Keep. Hi. Hello. Yeah, glow in the dark. Like, in the dark, when I have to go to the bathroom, I can always see myself, even without my glasses. We should get all of us in, you know, one of those cosmic bowling thingies where they have black lights everywhere. And like have all of us in there and then all of us glow. I think that would be hilarious. I think corpse is the color undertone. Just says the big cashier, they don't make my color! No other explication. Yeah, oh my gosh. That would be so funny. Okay. Don't get liquid paper for foundation. It is not good for the skin. The smell alone should be enough to tell you that, but yeah. It is still the closest color to... it's tricky because like at some point when you get to be so like pale, your skin is translucent. So it's like, it's not even about the fact that it's super light at this point, it's the fact that you can also see all the veins through it. So what kind of color am I supposed to put on that to cover it up? And then they're like, oh, you can put on concealer under your arms. And I'm like, the skin under my arms is translucent, so it's like deep purple there. Do you have any kind of concealer that covers up deep purple? So basically the only thing I can do with makeup is look less, a little bit less of everything, less tired, less whatever, but it doesn't, like, it doesn't cover up anything. Perhaps I would have to go to like the drag queen kind of makeup, like the thicker stuff, but then I would probably just drive myself mad having that on my face for more than like a minute. If I were to spend 3 hours a day out, I would go to sand. Well, I mean, if I were to spend 3 hours a day out, I would bake. Would you guys call it a bad idea to mix a pan of tall ultramarine and burnt? Nope. Absolutely not. I would absolutely do that. I can track veins from my arm. Mine from my palm up. Yeah, same. I mean, they're really obvious. Hi, we are your blood vessels. Color theory, use yellow. I did try the yellow concealer, but it's like you have to put the yellow primer and then the concealer and then the foundation and then the powder. And when I did all that, I basically put all that on my face. I was able to have it on for like 5 minutes and then I had to remove everything. Time to start watching Trixie Mattel, absolutely. And get the stuff that they use. Hi, this, that, and stuff. Hello. Keep that depends entirely on how much you use it. Only you can decide. If you only use a smidge, keep separate. If a bit, maybe a blob. If you use it, absolutely. Yeah, same. Hey, Dominic, hi. I can't imagine wearing tons of makeup. Even a bit of nail polish feels weird. Like they're suffocating. They kind of are suffocating your nails, though. Jill! Hey! Hello! Hi. It's nice to see you. Iron Oxide Black. Oh, that's the good one. That's the, you know, the PBK 11 with all the texture in it. I was like, do I have a magnet nearby? And I'm like, wait, all of these pans are magnetic, but I don't know if it will. Ginger! Did you see that? Check this out! You can tell where my magnet is at. How freaking cool! That's so cool. Okay, cool. I'm happy. Sorry. Sorry about that. I am swatching the paints I have from Nordic Craft Studio. Yeah, an indie paint. There you go. Ginger did it. I was kidding him. I don't like all the layers of makeup either. I do like makeup though, just not very as much when I was younger. I like the way it looks better nowadays. Yeah, I mean, I find it absolutely impressive what people can do with makeup, but it's just really difficult to have all that paint on your face. And then, like, not only is it difficult to have that sensory stuff on your face, but you kind of have to keep an eye on it all the time, because it will like, what's the word for it? You know, when it kind of cracks and stuff settle in places and whatnot. And then you can't, if you are not used to it and you will like rub your eyes, you're gonna smear everything. It's really hard. The sound effects make it even better. I'm glad. Does it flake? I don't think it flakes. It just like shows where the magnet is at. But then again, I used one of the magnets from the pans, so perhaps I need a better magnet. I've always been fussy about that kind of stuff. Hell jar, nope. And let's not get started with Ashwin this. Ugh. That's when they smear you with the thingy on the forehead, right? Because now I'm getting to the shimmery colors. And yesterday when I did this, I struggled a little bit with them. They were a little bit hard to re-wet, but now they've spent the whole night with with water, so it's fully softened. So this first one is Rim Frost. It is very light in terms of, you know, on a pale background, but it has a really nice shimmery, like silvery shimmery effect. It's really pretty. Hey Gabor, hello! It's been a while. I have basically big chart stuffs of different paint and different strength magnet. Can make a difference, but I was... Oh no! Aww. What happened? Did it get damaged or did it get like actually lost? Okay, I have to remove some swatches. Dry. Another issue with summer, which is super annoying, is that there are bugs, but also cats and everything, and like everything feels like it's a bug, but sometimes it's just a cat hair and it tickles and you're like, ah, it's a mosquito, but no, it's just, you know, cat hair. Ah, it's another mosquito. Cat hair again. And when you go like, ah, it's cat hair, that's when it's the mosquito. Like, dang it. Sorry. Oh no, that one is not. It's just, it's fresh, that one. Put my finger in it, literally. Okay, I do swear by We Dad. That's such a weird name. I don't know who came up with that, but really? Advanced Climate Control Heat and Humidity. Dude. It sounds good from the way it behaves, but that name. You've been off from art for a while. Oh, I hope everything is okay. It's okay to take breaks from art as long as, you know, everything's good. Okay, second one, Gold Glimmer. So that one is interesting because it is set in a buff titanium base. It's like a gold glitter, but in buff titanium. Doesn't show all that much on that, but hopefully it will show a bit more here. It is subtle because the buff titanium is also like more opaque, but there is a you can see the sparkly bits through it, and I guess the more diluted you have it, the more sparkly you get. I like this idea. It's really fun. It's going to be interesting to see when the swatch is fully dry. It's a bit of that sort of antique looking. And I also have to do a slightly better swatch on this. Otto! Hello! Like that one time you see... Oh my gosh, seriously. But that can be anything. It could be ants, it could be, you know, whatever. Everything is fine. Okay, good. Whew. Otto! Telling you this stuff is great. Does everything you wanted to, none of the yuck. The name does suck though. The one I use is for curly hair, and it's like a leave-in cream conditioner from Desert Essence, and it works really well with my hair. I just have to, you know, shampoo the hair, no conditioner in the shower, and then when I get out of the shower, I put the cream conditioner, leave-in cream conditioner, and it's been working for a really long time. I have curly fine hair, and it's perfect. I'm not changing it ever. How are you doing, Otto? I'm glad you're gonna try the extra sauce pizza next time. That could be a question for everyone. Guys, your pizza, regular sauce, extra sauce, or the utmost blasphemy of all, white sauce? Let us know in the chat. And if you get the wrong answer, we will kick you out. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're not kicking anyone out. I just want to hear your thoughts and your reasoning when it comes to pizza. This one is cat gold. And I don't know what it's supposed to mean, but in my head it means cat, like, you know, a cat, meow. So I'm like, this is the best color ever. A golden cat, I'm here for it. It is really nice. So this one is a PBR7 with the sort of gold shimmer. So it's really interesting because it gives you shimmery colors that have an undertone. Like a very clear and established undertone. So for this one, if I put it on a dark surface, you can not really see the undertone. But if I put it on my white paper, then you can sort of see the subtle brown, but also the sparkly. That's nice. That's nice. I have wavy, curly, fine hair too. Took me forever to find stuff. It is hard, isn't it? I'm a bit sun tired. You know when you're not heat stroke? Oh, yeah. You have to drink a lot of water. Pineapple! I mean, we have a fair number of pro pineapple people in here, so. But just for the sauce, like just sauce, not toppings, just sauce. Regular sauce, extra sauce, or white sauce. There was only one bad answer in there. Sorry. Listen, some of us get like 36 hours of crippling heartburn. Oof. Regular sauce, but I had ketchup. Okay, that's kind of an extra sauce. That's fair. Pineapple on pizza. Dude, fresh pineapple or frozen pineapple on pizza is amazing. And I've never considered getting extra sauce, but now I kind of want to. Well, I mean, try it. I am an extra sauce girl all the way. And I'm always bummed because I feel like they never put enough extra on top of the pizza. I usually get mine without cheese because I can't do dairy anymore. But it's gotta be extra sauce. Extra sauce, let's go. And they kind of put what they call extra sauce. And when I get the pizza, I'm always like, but that's just like, when I make pizza myself, that's my like regular sauce. That's my, oh, we have a limited amount of sauce left and I have to put on some onto pizza. So I can't put like a thick layer of sauce on mine. I'm looking forward to try extra sauce. Yes, I hope you like it. Bacon Princess Pizza uses barbecue sauce, chicken and bacon with less heartburn somehow. Yeah, that's fair. That works. That's a flavor profile that works really well. Like the barbecue sauce, the chicken and the bacon. Depends on the pizza. Some I like light sauce, some extra, but I can't eat tomatoes anymore, so white. Oh no. Chicago style. What's the Chicago style? Is that the one that they kind of like the deep dish one? Regular red sauce with pineapple is great. I really like extra sauce, pineapple, and some sort of ham product. Could be prosciutto if that's what you have. Could be bacon. Could be just regular ham. Could be just pepperoni. I've tried the other sauces, but sometimes they taste more like a cheese bread than a pizza. And marinara isn't as good. Yeah. Oh, I need to stretch. Whoop, that was my bum telling me I need to stretch. Oh, yeah. I'm crackly. Chicago super deep dish with sauce on top of all the other toppings. Whoa, that's weird. I feel like that's weird. You kind of want the sauce to be at the bottom so it doesn't dry out, and then you want the toppings to be on top so they cook properly. I don't know how they managed to make it work. Genuine Chicago pizza at Gino's in Chicago is amazing. Okay, fair. For me, the only deep dish thing I want to see is cookies, but woo! Stuffed crust is a must for me if I can get it. Oh man. Okay, I have one left. Oh no, not true. I have to do these two. Sorry. Forgot to do the cat call on here. All right. I don't get a stuffed crust because they usually stuff it with cheese. But extra sauce is the must for me. I can't do that dry pizza. Oh, that's nice. Oh, man. That's so pretty. That one is just bronze. And I think it was kind of a sample I got, like as a freebie with my order. Oh, dude, I love it. It's like, especially on the dark, like it kind of looks like nothing on white paper, but on dark, it's this really pretty coppery shimmer. Yeah, all are making me hungry. So, so we are doing what we usually do, I guess. My order is regular red sauce with cream cheese, mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, and mushrooms. Where do you order it from? I want to try crumble cookies, but then I heard some bad rumors about them. Yeah. There's a... They're not great. Not in... Like, the idea had potential, but the execution got caught up in its own hype. And they've ruined it. All trends in food are really horrible. Trying to think if there is one that's not all that horrible. I don't know. I feel like some of them were perhaps a little bit less annoying than others, like when stuff like donuts get to be trendy. It only means that donuts are easier to find and you have a lot of interesting flavors to try and all of that, but it's not usually like chains. It's usually like Fred's Donut, your local donut guy. Oh, dude, why? Oh, freaking elbow. I like the texture of toppings and cheese when cooked on top. To ruin it with sauce makes me sad, but some do top with cheese. I've never had it from Chicago. I'm sure I'd like it, but it has that lasagna vibe, doesn't it? We don't get those crumble things. Well, I mean, I don't think you're missing all that much. Crumble is like eating type 2 diabetes. Insomniac cookies says diabetes, relatively speaking. I can picture the promotional material from Crumble now with diabetes. Unless it's the I'm so obsessed about being sugar-free card. That's gotta taste like ass. Sorry, that's kind of crude, but dude, no. Yeah, sugar-free cookie sounds like an abomination. Oh, maple glazed donut. Dude, oh man, maple glazed donuts are really good. And I even like them when it's like the maple flavor. I like them better than the chocolate ones. The chocolate ones don't really taste like chocolate, but the maple ones always kind of taste like maple. I wish Krispy Kreme was closer. There's one close to me, but it's on the cusp of too far. Oh man, can you imagine if you have one near you, you're always on the lookout for that sign to light up so you can go buy donuts and get a free one? Like they've got to know you by name at some point. Like, oh, hey, you again. Like, free donut? Can I get the free donut? Can I get the free donut? All right. What do I do now? My paint water is full of glitter, so that's got to be changed if I want to do any more stuff with painting. A lot of these are probably sort of dry, except the really like the very last ones that I did. So I can probably shove them up here. Have these guys here. Go there. Speaking of sugar-free, I saw an explanation of Diet Coke and Coke Zero. How Diet Coke uses the sugar sub and Coke Zero uses a combination of sugar subs to taste less. Oh, we live in a stupid freaking planet. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Oh, it's like we're trying to outdo ourselves in dumbassery. I can't. Okay, love it. I'll just stick with, yeah, I've tried these, like I've tried the fake sugars to put in coffee, because they're like iced coffee. I feel like is sort of tastier with a bit of sugar in it, but I feel like whenever I try to put any kind of sugar substitute in there, it just ruins the coffee. So I've been using mostly maple syrup in there. This is the black chai tea concentrate from Tazo, which is pre-sweetened with actual sugar. It is amazing. All right. So my choices are to remove masking fluid from swatches, or to figure something out to update my core palettes of tube core paint. I have to have this one and this one, and these are the swatches, but like stuff happened. Okay, so I'm gonna do the streamer thing. Put ones in the chat if you would like me to remove masking fluid, and put twos in the chat if you would like me to swatch some core paints. Blah. And I'm gonna go change my paint water while you do that. I'm back. How many ones and twos are in the chat? Yo! Two. Okay, well, that's clear. That's very clear. YouTube needs a poll function. There might be one. The sports commented your voice was a nice touch. Thank you. Sorry. Hey, Lena. Hello. How do I even set these up? Because I have two palettes, so I ended up with two sort of swatch cards, but it's a bit annoying that the colors are all over the place, though there's really no way I can sort of move them around. I'm not trying to do that. That's going to be nightmarish. But what do I do? Should I make it one swatch like this? Like it's one card for the two sets. I think I might do that. Watching with interest as my cat attempts to perch atop a wobbly stack of books and twist around to groom a backpaw without falling. Several near misses. She's watching a front paw. She just gave up. Like, you know what? Nah. I'm not spending a life today. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, paper. The paper. So what size? What size is this? This is, oh wow, lovely, 6.5. Oh, I know why it's 6.5. It's because there are 13 wells. So I gave myself a 1/2 inch, and then it's 1 inch. So I would need, again, 6.5 by what, 5? So I could use a 5 by 7. Oh. Nice. Shiro is here. Shiro is here. Shiro. Banano. The baby is here. The baby is here. Doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. Maybe a little gap between the two palettes. I could put the little gap and then in the little gap have the iridescent colors, like split it in 3 and then have the shiny ones. Does anyone have a favorite cobalt blue? Oh no, wait, I don't have the space for... No, I can't. Ginger! I have 5 rolls of paint. And the paper is 5 inches. I can't. I'm gonna have an extra, like, thingy at the end. But I don't have one in the middle. I might just draw a thicker line. Like, you put a thick line to separate them. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Guys. I think it's Leaf Blower Man. I might need a smaller ruler for this. I don't think I need the 18 inches long one, considering I have about this big a workspace. Today we are swatching, and the heat is getting to my brain a bit, I think. Tired but in a good way. Day at the beach. Oh, you picked up sea glasses! Oh man, that sounds really cool. I've never had much luck finding sea glass, and it's always felt like extra special when you find one and you're like, oh my gosh, sea glass, it's so pretty. Okay, let's get a smaller one. It's not ideal because it's whatever, but it has a cat on it. But it's kind of difficult to find a small ruler that is, you know, longer than 6 inches, but also shorter than 12. That sounds so good. I had another road trip to my parents and picked up the last big plants. Only 2 of them fit in the car. Oh my gosh. You have to come with me to this beach. Oh, dude. Oh, pirate glass. Oh, that sounds awesome. I really find it. Yeah, same. I haven't been to many beaches, but still, like, I've been regularly to some beaches, especially when I was younger, and yeah, we could find some shells or whatnot, but never sea glass. Oh, that was not pleasant. Oh, why are you like that? Oh, I hate it. Oh, it's like ridged. So when you ooh, that's cursed. Are you equally cursed? No? Sorry, but the cat ruler is cursed. So I'm having like this very old wooden ruler instead. That I hope... I mean, the ruler might be straight, but my line sure isn't. Alright, alright. I have a bajillion rulers, but... Why are you all so terrible? Maybe this one? Okay, so I got 2. In case. I have this one. This one goes to 15 cent. Oh no, it's too short. Womp womp. Those pesky freedom units making certain sizes impossible. Seriously. I have a 12-inch T-square that is my best friend. I have one, but it's not accurate enough. So here I have this old plastic ruler that's only in centimeters. No freedom units on this one. we have now for home? They go. Oh wow! Sensory ick. Yeah, that was really not good. Okay, babe. So if you want a ridiculous amount of sea glasses, just go to South Queen's Ferry, a little bit north of Edinburgh. It is infested with sea glasses. Oh, old pottery fragments. Oh, that sounds really cool. It's so nice to know I'm not the only one with sensory feedback issues. Ah, man, I haven't had to deal with a ridge ruler edge in so long. It's icky. I'm wondering, is it fair blaming my paper and brush when I don't pay attention and leave too much water on the brush? I need to figure out what to do with this splash in the background. You could dab it off, and then when it's dry, you paint over it. I'm gonna finish up the sections and then I'm gonna start with the paints right away, because that's fun, and I'm gonna label it when I'm done because that's boring. Right. And I'm also gonna do the thing of like putting X's in these so that I remember to put the iridescent colors in there. All good. Okay, set up. I gotta put this one to dry. Right. Am I in frame? Should I try to zoom in manually a little bit? It is zoom in. Okay, hold on. No, I need to go make sure the focus is good, because it's not. This should be a little bit better. All right. I'm waiting to catch up with the stream so I can see if it's... Seems to be okay. Okay. My briefest has become a 2-hour club. Anyone want to come over and build up? A baker's rack? What is that for? Alright. For the sake of space, I'm gonna just do this. First color is transparent pyrrole orange. I think I'm gonna alternate, so if I get a bit clumsy I won't have too much contamination. Oh, wow. Why is it so nice? Why? What? It should be illegal to be this nice at orange. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's pretty. It's just a metal shelving unit, extremely versatile. And, oh, okay. Cool. What do you put in it? Do you put like paintings in it, or do you put like actual things? Yeah, all of these are core paints. This one is their transparent pyrrole orange. Okay, so I'm gonna jump one. Swatch this one. Now this one, I don't know if it's, I think it is their old quinacridone gold. It's either the quinacridone gold or the quinacridone gold deep, I think. Dang, that's nice. Some of them look like they dry. What makes a dry paint look gouache-like? Pour vrai, Scott? Mais call in the bin. Now this is Titan Buff. With bonus cat hair. We use them for everything basically. This one will live in bedroom closet and will be where my acrylic stuff and winter gear will live. Love that swatch, but core is way too expensive for me. Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's not, you know, it's not cheap even on a good day. So if you are not in North America, it's pricey. This one is supposed to be cobalt green. Matte mostly. I can tell if they're not very crackly, but they are indeed quite matte. Though some watercolors also dry quite matte. So if you guys had to paint with a single color for the rest of your lives, what would you choose? Although you have to ask your question too. I want to know. I want to know. So this is manganese hue. Manganese blue hue? I mean, it's definitely a hue, but My label doesn't say if the color name is manganese blue or just manganese hue. Oh yeah, okay. And then thrown probably, or any variations, maybe French ultramarine. Interesting. Probably sepia. Phthalo blue or in the thrown. Oh, really? Huh. For everyone, what's the best thing you ate this week? Oh, what's the best thing you ate this week? I had a good steak. For me, it was the pizza I had on the beach today. Never tried that place before, but oh man, pizza on the beach, that sounds really cool. This is supposed to be permanent alizarin crimson, I think. I don't like my manganese blue swatch, it's too even. Only one paint, that's cruel. If it were like a mother color, I'd probably go for Indentron. No, just one color, the end. Paints gray if it's blue toned. Chocolate Dennet. What is that? It sounds really interesting. I just had a corn cup elotes and snow cones. Ooh. And some got me a blood orange. Oh, dude, that sounds delicious. Mom got them to put extra crema. Not gonna lie, it was almost maybe actually too much. A ramen bowl. Oh man, dude, it's been so hot. Can't really eat soup at the moment. But a good ramen is raw, man. Sorry. I've watched too many videos of people saying it really like raw men, and I'm like, ew, why? Okay, so this is quinacridone magenta. No, this is. Yeah, I agree. They all sound amazing. Ramen with egg is so good. Maybe some coin sausage. It's interesting how almost everyone went to a blue for their single color. Really interesting. Alright, so next row, alternate. This one is Indian yellow. It is really nice. I really like their Indian yellow. It is like obnoxiously bright. With cat hair, bonus cat hair. Aw, Shiro is cleaning up her face. Yellow is a hard sell for us. Yeah, but I mean, someone could have said the perylene or a dark green or whatnot. My raw man was with edamame, beef rolls, and ooh, dumplings. Oh, that's cool. This one is Naples Yellow. I don't have any of their newer colors. I only have the old ones. I know now they have a Naples Yellow Deep, I think, which seems to be really, really nice. And this is Nickel Azo Yellow. I insulted my friend this week by talking about Nickel Azo Yellow and calling the Mastone the you need to drink more water color. I could probably make a number of paint works, a PBK 11 or PBK 31 maybe, but just one color for reverse cruel. It's just a hypothetical. Like, you're stuck on an island and you have one crate that's just one color of paint. So it's either paint with that or don't paint at all. I'm trying to think what color I would bring, or what color I would wish was in the box, in the crate. I really, really like Winsor & Newton's Perylene Maroon, but that's it. That's the kind of thing, though. It's that I'm not picky in terms of color, but usually my favorites are a combination of a color and brand. I don't really know of a favorite pigment that works throughout all the brands out there. So it's like, I really like this brand's that color, and then this other brand's that color, and then so okay, where am I at? Okay, this is supposed to be French ultramarine blue. With cat hair, of course. I wonder if it's their weird one that's a mix of a PV color and then a PW29, because it's not a very strong tinting strength here, and kind of really purplish. So what's up with that? I haven't gotten to sleep much only from migraines. Ugh. Hey, we love you too, Potato Pirate. I really hope you can get some decent sleep, migraine free. Besides, it's past 4 p.m., so I will end the stream soon. So if you end up falling asleep and missing part of it, you're not gonna miss much. You know. I'm a bit surprised that I managed to do the whole stream without too much issue from the air quality. I always get a bit of a sore throat after streaming because I don't often talk like relatively non-stop for 2 hours. That's not something that happens a lot. But yeah, today with the weather, like the fires and the smoke. If it's alone on an island, then I would pick lamp black. So when I eventually run out, I could just use burnt wood. Ooh, having enough paper would be a challenge, though. Forget about water. Just give us enough watercolor and paper. We can use salt water. That's gonna be a cool effect. We don't need drinking water. Just give us paper and paint, and we will, you know, make brushes out of our hair and use seawater or something. Ah. This next one is regular ultramarine blue. It is much bluer. I should probably like pre-wet these. They're organic pigments, usually easy to re-wet, but the inorganic ones are, you know, they dry, really dry. Okay, so one last color to complete this row, and then I'm gonna end the stream for today, and I will have a members only stream on Thursday, and I will work to getting a video out tomorrow, but I ran into a bit of an issue with my planned video, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. And this color is Coarse Indigo. I don't know what I'll do for the color names. Perhaps I'll use my like tracing paper overlay technique. Because I like having the name of the color and the pigment info, but it takes up so much space. My hair is very tricky. I don't think I could make a brush that have a... Well, I mean, same, but we can paint with mop brushes, right? Maybe. Or I don't know, perhaps a bunch of blades of grass or something. Our fingers, we can paint with our fingers and use grease as a binder. Like when you try to survive, the priorities are water, shelter, food, except if you are an artist. At least 300 different tubes of paints, a couple of ton of paper, minimum 100 brushes, then maybe water. You don't need food, you can eat the paper, it has gelatin in it. Nutrients! Okay. Though I agree to a certain degree, because I feel like having something like a sketchbook and a pencil would rank really high up on the list of things I need to survive, you know. yeah, so I'm probably gonna keep doing this after a little break on my own. I'm a bit bummed because some of my swatches on here are much nicer. Like, look at my indigo swatch. It's so much prettier than this one. This one looks like butt. Same with the manganese hue. I had pretty... What was this paper? I had pretty... I'm wondering if it's not like the same paper, just less old when I painted on it. But anyway, still, I need to redo the swatch for these sets because, as you can see, it's a big hole in here. And these annoy me, and yeah. So I will do that. Cave painting is back, baby. Yeah! Let's freaking go! They're gonna be found like a couple of years later, and every surface on the island has some sort of drawing on it. And like the beach is covered with art made from like rocks or whatnot. And everything is painted. And they're like, oh my gosh, what happened here? I was stuck here for years! What am I supposed to do? Alright. I hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Good luck if you're having to deal with the fires that are burning right now, or any kind of weather issues like too hot or whatnot. I will be on the Discord anyway. I don't know what I will do for tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for being here today. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great week. And see ya all next week on the Caturday live stream, or perhaps this during the week for the members only live stream. And yep. I hope you have a great time. Eat good foods. And yep, take care, guys. And thank you again. Bye bye.